Slap a dap a ding dong.
Hello, everybody! Oh my god! Season finale, Game of Thrones, Season 6, Episode 10. Whoa! We got some good shit in this one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
There's some stuff we didn't expect that was gonna happen.
And there was some stuff that we did expect.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I loved the episode.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Now, I gotta say, we did end up pausing it about 15 times.
Yeah, it did take us about 3 hours to watch it.
Because every time something happened, we kept pausing it and talking about
And
it.
I kept ranting about this, and then I was
This
completely...
and this and that and this and that and this and that.
Wrong.
Yeah, so it took us a while to get through the entire episode. I think it was about 2.5 hours, 3 hours for us to get through a 1 hour episode.
I think we started watching it at 10:30.
And I've got this much notes plus a little bit on this page too.
And he never really writes stuff down. He just blabs about things.
Yeah, I normally just blab about shit, but there's so much that happened in this episode. Now, when we started out, we started out straight into the trial.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't expecting the trial to be the first thing.
Little that there was. Yeah.
Yeah, very little. But there was.
There was other things.
But in the last episode, they had, the guy talking to Cersei, and he was saying, hey, the birds, and then it was giving information.
Yeah.
So I thought...
That was kind of a misdirection, I think.
A total misdirection.
Like, you think it was going to be, like, a verbal release of information about... what the sparrow's background is or something.
Yeah, no, exactly. Hold on. A little up.
What is going on?
Sorry, we were angled. But no, like what I was thinking and you were thinking was that the birds would be giving us information that we would bring out during the trial that would discredit the sparrows.
Yeah.
And then make the populace go against them and give Cersei the power to take over the sparrows. None of that happened. But
But something awesome happened.
Yeah, well, there was more action-y stuff that happened. But they didn't...
They did. That was some serious misdirection at the end of the last episode. But they did that on purpose.
Oh, totally purpose. But I wanted to know what the information that the birds got.
I guess there wasn't.
We got no information.
It was some serious misdirection.
Maybe they were just saying, like, there's no information. We just gotta fucking kill them.
Dookie crayons and dookie sandwiches.
Oh! They don't pay for shit or tip at all. Like, ugh! But so what ended up happening... And we're gonna skip a little bit, but basically.
No, this is the same scene, dude.
Same scene, but Cersei blew up.
I thought all the fire water was gone, or whatever that stuff's called. I thought Tyrion used it all in that second season with that battle of those.
Nah, he just used a little bit in that one section.
No, he used a lot of the fire. He used a lot of the fire water.
Apparently, not all of it.
Yeah. That's very convenient.
Because there's obviously a lot more.
It's very convenient that there's some left over after Tyrion was so shocked that there was so much fire water underneath King's Landing. You think he would have tried to get rid of it all.
But
because if that shit explodes, King's Landing is going under.
But they did set this up.
And what's crazier is that stuff is very, very volatile, very... Like, it's like dynamite. It's like 500-year-old dynamite.
Well, it's like napalm. It's leaky. It's very leaky.
And they had to transfer it from under the keep of King's Landing under that church.
No, and you're right about the dynamite. TNT, after like 100 or plus years, the nitroglycerin leaks out.
Yeah, and it was leaking out of the barrels.
Now
had
they
to
made the leaking out nitroglycerin glow green. Obviously, it's easier to see. In real life, you don't see it, but
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like three-eyed fish showing up in King's Landing, like Simpsons style.
not anymore. They just blew them up. Cersei used the fire water.
The rest of
it. Well, the rest of it that we know of, to take out the capital, the center part.
Well, that was the Sparrows.
The Sparrows
the cathedral.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Sparrows Cathedral, where all of the trime, where they took trials, took out the trial section, which was everybody that she was against because they were all in one area.
A lot of people.
Which means she gets to take over.
Marjorie's dead. The High Sparrow, all the Sparrows are dead. Even like her uncles and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
Maesters.
The Maester.
Yep.
That old Maester's dead now.
All of them.
Kill them all.
Kill them all. Now, her son, she tried to save. She sent the mountain.
Yeah, you think the mountain's gonna kill him.
Yeah, in that scene, I thought the mountain was going to kill him.
Yeah, but he was just protecting him.
He was keeping him from going to the trial.
Yeah.
But then, the boy king Tommen ended up killing himself.
Yep. I mean, I guess you don't see it coming, but you don't see it coming within that scene. You think the scene's over, but he walks away and he comes back and then commits suicide. But it makes sense that another king dies because the original Baratheon died in the first season. Joffrey dies in the fourth season. I mean, it's about time the king dies, another king dies.
But knowing from his character in this season, when he walked away and the camera did not move from that moment, and they were just holding on to that cinematic shot, I knew he was going to kill himself.
Oh, I didn't.
Because they didn't just cut away. Like, they held there, which meant there was something else that was going to happen.
Well, I thought it was
they
were just gonna jump to the next scene. I thought that's what that. Any split second they would cut away to the next scene. That's what I was thinking.
After about 3 seconds, I knew that he was going to die.
It was after a while. You're like, why is this camera waiting around?
Right, and then as soon as you showed up, you're like, oh, okay, he's going to kill himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the kid killed himself. He was kind of innocent. I mean, he wasn't like Joffrey or anything. Like
he was.
He was.
Unfortunately, his mom is controlling. That's what probably led him to. He thought there's no hope for him to have proper control over the kingdom. Everything's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he felt overwhelmed just being in the situation in the first place.
Yeah, he's always felt. It seems like he's always felt overwhelmed. And he never knew how to approach it. He never really had the right people in his corner either. His mom.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone was trying to manipulate him, and he always went with whoever manipulated him the recent.
That was probably the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. But now everyone is dead over there except for Cersei.
Cersei, the mountain's still alive.
And she took over.
And yeah, I guess she's queen now.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe the Lannister daughter, but she died at the end of the last season.
Right.
So they purposely killed her off so this could happen.
Well, and so now for the next season, because they ended it there, was Cersei took queen. But Jaime Lannister was there, but in a background.
Yeah, he arrives back from...
It was like he arrived back from battle just in time to see this happen, but wasn't able to talk to her ahead of time.
Yeah.
So Jaime sees her take the throne. Now she's got the throne. And that's going to be the third... They're probably going to end up fighting Khaleesi when she docks in Dorne.
Obviously.
And we'll get to that in a second. But she's going to be the third section for the next season.
Third section, what do you mean?
Well, you're going to have 3 sections. You'll have Snow and Sansa in the north fighting the White Walkers.
3 fronts, you mean?
Yeah, 3 fronts. So Winterfell in the north fighting the White Walkers. Cersei fighting Khaleesi. Khaleesi taking over. And then the ultimate fight between Snow and Khaleesi.
They're not going to fight each other, Snow and Khaleesi.
You think they're just going to join? Because Cersei is definitely going to fight Khaleesi. Like, that's going to be the huge battle for the next season.
Snow has nothing against Khaleesi.
No, but Sansa kind of wants to hold the north. So it's more of like, will she just, give up her power to the 7 kingdoms?
Oh, yeah, what happened with that? Like, she kind of didn't become queen. We thought she was going to become queen. Peter Baelish was trying to convince her to go be queen with him in King's Landing. Is she going to go off and do that stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying Sansa is still going to become queen of Winterfell because Snow's got to go north and fight the White Walkers.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think in next season that Snow and Bran and all of them are going to be fighting the White Walkers.
Sure.
And then Cersei and Khaleesi are going to be fighting for the South.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, you've got whoever's going to fight each other to get the 7 kingdoms.
Yeah, I don't think Snow has anything against Khaleesi.
No. He doesn't give a shit. He's worried about the White Walkers.
Yeah, I don't think Khaleesi's going to fight with Snow. There's going to be some kind of meeting of the two. I don't know. It could be a conflict at first, but then it'll turn into normal speak.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Bran will probably speak to Khaleesi.
You think?
Because he knows the truth about Jon Snow.
But that's next season.
I know. I'm talking about next season.
Yeah. So, we had the Dorne getting Varys.
Oh yeah, Varys.
So he
Varys,
found friends and shit.
He found his friends and shit. And that was Dorne.
If you had seen our episode 2 episodes ago.
And last episode.
Yeah, and last
friends
episode.
And shit.
As in friends and shit.
Varys found his friends and shit.
Inside joke.
Because he's so casual like that. He's so casual.
But apparently he found his friends and shit with Dorne. And we were kind of wondering where they would beach. And so now we know.
Now Khaleesi's going to pick up more army.
Yeah.
With the Dornish. I don't know, she hates the Lannisters, so even if she doesn't join Khaleesi, she's going to probably attack the Lannisters. Yay.
Yeah, she will.
She'll probably join Khaleesi.
It is cool that we finally got Varys. Because we didn't have him for 2 episodes. We didn't know really where he was going, where his friends and shit were.
What kind of shit was he collecting or going for?
We only knew that he was going to get friends and shit. We just didn't know which friends and shit he was getting.
Yeah.
Now we know. It's Dorne.
It's the Dornish.
And I want to say right now, I absolutely abhor, and he does too, the coming up next episode and previously shown on.
Yeah.
I hate previously on, and I hate next week on.
Because they're really just segueing into the rest of the episode.
They're telling us the entire episode.
I know we pretty much predicted like 3/4 of the episode when we saw the previously on.
Well, last week and every week we stop the show after it's on. And then I skip over the next week and I try and watch the behind the scenes thing of that episode. But we always try and guess what's going to come on. We don't want to know what's coming on. We just want to guess. And then if we're right, that's great. But every time we start an episode, they give us previously on. And every time they do that, they tell us every beat that's going to be in the show. and we're like, fuck, we already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we predicted like 3/4 of the show.
Yeah.
Before we
there
even
was
got
one
started.
thing that I did not predict, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Not yet. No.
It's stop it.
Off camera. Shh. Not yet. But like, I hate that. So I would love if a show never did next week, or if they did next week on, you'll find out. Or
I really just hate
previously on, go watch the other shows. Don't do that. I can't stand
You
that.
can skip next week's. You can't. I mean, you can. You're already right into the previously on. Like you don't. You can turn it off with the credits.
Well, I hate the previously on because they give us clues of what's going to happen.
I know.
I wasn't sure about.
I'm just saying the previously on is worse than next week.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because you're almost forced to watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I missed some of what he just said. Yeah, you can not watch the next week on. You cannot not watch the previously on. And when you watch the previously on, you now know what the whole episode's going to be, or at least 75% of it. But you can at least stop and not see what's going to happen, or what's going to happen next week. So, yeah, I hate both, but previously is probably the worst.
Yes, it is.
Now, after Dorne's friends and shit, because we got to get back on track, River runs. Freys and Lannisters, man. Wolfred from Harry Potter, every time I see his face, I keep seeing him, like, yelling at Harry.
Potter.
You killed my cat. But he does do a good job in this show.
Sure,
he does.
He looks evil and horrible and
just
pathetic all in the same. All I have to do is look at him.
Yeah, I just keep seeing him in Harry Potter, but he does a great job as the character that he's supposed to be playing. And I give him full props, and I'm really sorry that I keep typecasting you. I'm a nerd. But Sam ends up at the Citadel.
Finally, dude.
Now, I am glad that they didn't reference any of that in the previously. They didn't reference him traveling. They didn't reference him at all. He was just in the middle of the episode. Sam's at the Citadel. And I'm like, yeah! Like, I was really happy because I was hoping they would get to him getting to the Citadel before the end of the season.
Yeah, I wanted that too.
And we talked about that multiple episodes ago, many times. We always wanted him to get to the Citadel.
You wanted Sam to be nice and comfortable in his surroundings with all of his books. Oh, the restricted section. It was one massive Harry Potter restricted section. I know we keep...
Well, no, the books even had chains on them, dude.
We keep jumping back to Harry Potter, but they looked like the restricted section books.
No, I am fully admit that I am a nerd. I'm a total nerd. I love Harry Potter. And just seeing him in a hallway with a bunch of old books with chains on them, that's the restricted section. I was hoping that he would hold a lantern. But, you know, that's just me. And yes.
And me.
And you.
I pointed it out.
I'm just glad that Sam got to the Citadel. Now, I was hoping that they would touch on where Gilly and his kid would go. But they didn't. They just kind of left them in the forum.
Yeah.
And he went off to look at books.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they'll touch on that on the first episode of next year's season.
Sure.
Because I don't want Gilly just waiting in the forum, just like, where the hell is Sam? Like, I still got this baby and I can't go anywhere.
Is he fucking reading books again? God damn it.
But it was awesome.
She doesn't even have a smartphone to play Candy Crush or anything either.
No.
She's gonna be so bored.
Oh my god, no Candy Crush?
That's the most horrific thing is boredom.
Oh, no Candy Crush. That's horrific. But I was happy to see Sam finally got to the Citadel. That they
Yes.
actually touched on it.
Yep.
And then Sansa with Littlefinger in the room, and she's like,
He's trying to make a move on her. She wasn't having it.
"No." But he tried to do that like 2 times before, right?
Yeah, and he did it in the book pretty successfully, if I remember correctly.
Basically, Littlefinger went from a kind of neat guy that owned a brothel that had a lot of info into this like weird pedophile.
Well, what's crazy is that you had Varys and Peter Baelish, Littlefinger. Like, they always had them shit talking in the first or second season, maybe even in the third season. But you kind of thought they were both assholes, but then their characters kind of split off. Peter Baelish becomes more of an asshole. Varys becomes more awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Varys becomes more of a someone that gives advice. And then Littlefinger became more of a manipulator.
Littlefinger doesn't give a shit about anybody but him.
No.
Varys has a heart. He still has a heart.
Just no dick.
Just no dick. He has a heart, though.
But that scene was pretty good. And then I liked the line of, and I'm reading it here, the White Raven of Winter is here.
Oh, the dove, that white dove, is here. So it's...
Now, you were saying that comes from Castle Black, which means that the White Walkers are on their way, right?
I don't know why they said White Raven. Maybe that's Winterfell. But you think it's the wall?
Well, they said it from Winterfell. They're like, the White Raven has arrived.
But did they say it was from Winterfell? Or
no, they just said the White Raven has arrived. So it means that maybe...
There weren't any White Ravens when Sam was taking care of the Ravens, was there? I don't remember one.
I don't remember. If you guys remember anything about White Ravens, please tell us, because we're kind of lost on that part. But it does make me think that it's word that the White Walkers are
it's
like
probably
close.
leading to... It's either Jon Snow saying, hey, we got Winterfell, or it's the walls saying... fucking come back, because there's White Walkers there.
Yeah, see,
and you have a Valyrian steel sword. We need your help.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's Castle Black saying, the White Walkers are here, get your ass back here.
Get that Valyrian steel over here, boy.
Where the hell's Sam? No, they don't know that Sam had that. But,
no. But he does need to come back and kick some ass.
Yes. So... Snow and the Red Witch during the Princess Dern thing. When Snow was talking to the Red Witch, and then the guy that came in. Yes, Davos. And they had that scene together.
Man, that guy is the good actor. That was
that
was probably his best scene in this whole season.
And they set it up really well in the last episode where he found the carved deer that he gave her, the daughter, that she died holding.
Stannis' daughter.
Yeah, Stannis' daughter. And then he handed it to her. And
he threw it at her.
He basically warned Snow, don't trust this bitch because of what I went through. And called her out and said, you should just leave. But his... scene, it's so good.
Yeah, Jon Snow sent her away. His scene was really good. I think that was his best scene all season, that actor.
Yeah, I really like that scene. Now we thought Sansa should have been involved in that scene, but
I forgot that it took place at the wall. All of that shit. So
all of the stuff of the Tri took.
So it's really Jon Snow's decision.
But I'm hoping that Sansa takes over as the Queen of Winterfell.
I thought, well, at the end of that scene, that end scene where they all were like, King of the North, like the ending of the first season,
right,
with Robb Stark. But I thought she was gonna be queen. She didn't pipe up, so I guess Jon Snow's king of
Well,
the North.
Right. They kind of basically said, we don't give a shit what your last name is. You're the one that led us into
He is
battle. You're
older.
the one that we trust, and
He
all
is
that kind of
older
stuff.
than Sansa, so.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But I think Snow is still going to take most of the army north, and Sansa is going to be the queen of Winterfell.
For the time being, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe next is Daenerys and her second hand.
Yeah.
Or her that guy she had a relationship with. She was leaving behind.
Yep. She led for leadership.
The guy that looks like a really good-looking, strong Shia LaBeouf.
The non-crazy version of Shia LaBeouf.
I was trying to tell you he's kind of a douche. You said he was douche-ish. I think he's a douche.
I think he's douche-ish. I think he is an alpha male, but he's
very arrogant.
But he is also submissive to the female alpha.
Just barely.
Hey, she put him under.
He did not like it at first.
No.
Yeah.
But he also accepted the fact that she was leaving him in leadership of Marine.
But I kind of agreed with him. Like, I don't really care about Marine anymore.
No, he was in love.
All you
with
really care is that the slaves there aren't slaves anymore. And I guess you got to keep somebody there to keep that.
Well, and he wasn't in love with her for power. He was in love with her because he's in love with her. So he would want to go wherever she goes.
I think he's just douchish. I don't think he really cares about her.
I think he cares a lot.
I think he cares about touching her body and sexing her all over the place. I think that's all he cares about.
Well, that's what most of the men around her do. I think he's actually emotionally in love with her and does not want to leave her. And he's kind of pissed that she's going to leave him behind. Because she's leaving him behind to lead the entire Marine section of the area.
I don't agree, but okay.
Because that means that she's now going to marry somebody else over in
I think
Westeros.
he just wanted a piece of the action and the other sense of the word. He wanted to
he
wanted to fight.
Okay.
I think he wanted to fight for her.
He wanted to be a part of the rest of it.
He wanted to leave.
He did
the
not
army.
want to be left behind.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think he cares about it. Their relationship was so casual. Maybe he does. I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, she's leaving him behind, and she's going off.
I liked the scene with Tyrion and Khaleesi where she gives Tyrion the hand of the king's sigil.
Yeah.
That
was
cool.
an awesome. That's
Tyrion. Like Tyrion hasn't had the hand of the king sigil since the end of the 3rd season.
Right.
And he was so good at being the hand. It's like that's where he should be. That's what he should be doing. And then his dad took it away from him.
Well, and he had, when they were talking, he's like, no, I don't want to like be on the other side of the throne. And she's like, I have something. And she like puts it on him. And as soon as he does that, you were like, ah! And I didn't know what you were talking about until I saw the sigil. And I'm like, oh, she just made him hand.
Is that what that's called? A sigil?
The sigil, yeah.
I don't know. Is that what they're called?
Well, it's a little brace that has the...
What is a sigil? I mean, am I just making up a word? It almost sounds like I'm making up a word.
No, a sigil is just an emblem
okay.
that you pin.
All right.
But, like, as soon as she started to pin that, you were like, oh, shit. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I was
No,
just
you
like,
did.
Oh.
You went, oh, shit, bitch.
I wasn't on Jerry Springer. I wasn't. I was just
I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
I did like hype up. I was like,
oh. Yeah, but I didn't know what
I'm intrigued.
I didn't know what he was talking about until I saw the sigil, and I'm like, oh! That's when I went Jerry Springer, and I was like, oh, shit, bitch.
He's just getting dramatic for this video.
No, but really, it was more of like, you pointed out, oh my god, she's doing, and I didn't know what was going on. And then as soon as I saw the sigil, I was like, oh, I'm on the same page.
Okay.
But yeah, it was awesome that he gets to become the hand again.
Yes, that's his rightful place, and he deserves to be there.
Right.
And he was stripped of it
Yeah.
So it was very emotional for him. You could tell
Oh yeah.
he was crying.
Tearing. He was tearing.
Tyrion was
He
tearing.
was tearing up.
Tyrion was tearing.
He was tearing up. So, let's see. Oh, so many people died. Oh, the good stuff.
Is that time now?
Oh, it's river run time.
Dude, I thought it was. I totally thought it was gonna be Tom Cruise when the mask was taken off.
So we get to River Run, and Harry Potter's, he couldn't find the person that killed his cat, and he's eating food. And
Where's my sons?
Yeah, where's my sons?
They're right here.
Yeah, the lady comes in, hands him food. Where's my sons? Oh, he's right here. And he pulls up a little bit. Basically, his sons are dead, and she was hoping he would eat them. And then the mask comes off.
And it's Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise.
It's
Bum,
Area.
Bum, 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 bum.
Area's doing Mission Impossible.
Dude, for about a split second, I thought it might have been Lady Stark. For about a split second, I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Nah.
But okay.
But we were not expecting Area again until next season.
We thought her story was over.
Because they did complete the whole no-name thing.
They did. That story arc was done.
I
so
thought
this was a nice little surprise here.
Yeah, I thought Area would be doing...
Actually, it's a big surprise.
Huge surprise. Because I thought Area would be doing the traveling time to go across.
Well, we kind of were like, what is she going to... I think about a few episodes ago, we were like, what would she do next? And she's
she would
definitely
take out...
She's definitely going to take back that list. Or take people out on that list. We didn't think it was this soon.
As soon as she started saying, like, I am Arya Stark, then, I knew she was going to go back to her list.
Yes.
And I was not expecting her to come back at the end of this episode. I was expecting her to start killing off people in her list next episode.
I feel like that little baby in the meme. Yes, fuck yes. Fuck yeah. The area, fuck yes. Fuck yeah. Don't you?
Oh man, I was on board. I was like, Area! Actually, when we were watching it, I think I was doing this.
Yeah. I was like this. Yeah.
Oh man, I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy. And so to watch Arya just pull the head back, cut the throat. Oh man, I was so happy.
That was badass.
That was my favorite part of the whole episode.
That was cool. That was the coolest part. You didn't see that coming.
No, didn't see it coming. It was my favorite part.
We probably thought it was going to happen next season.
Yeah, I didn't think we would. I thought it would take like a year before we got any of that.
Yeah,
so
right. Beginning of next season, maybe.
Oh, maybe like first or second episode.
But yeah. So
oh man, I was so happy. That is definitely my favorite part.
And that was one of the biggest Stark slaughterings, so that makes sense. She would go there first to take care of him.
Right.
That was the biggest one that probably pissed her off the most. She was there. You remember? She saw it happen. Do you remember that? She was there with the Hound.
Right.
And she saw. I don't know how much she saw of it, but she was there. So that's probably meant the most. So it definitely makes sense she would go there first.
So, do you think this means that now that she's there, they obviously put her in that location? Now, I'm just bringing this up right now. We didn't talk about this before. But the Hound was brought up for no reason whatsoever. Does that mean that
she could bump into the
Arya
Hound?
Is going to bump into the Hound?
She might bump it. I'm surprised she hasn't bumped into the Hound.
Well, that was too quick to get to where they were now. I wasn't expecting her to be where they are now.
I'm just saying she could have already bumped into the Hound.
But could that be why they brought the Hound back to life? Is for her to take him out.
I don't care about him.
I'm really curious about why they brought that guy back.
He's badass. They brought him back because they need some stuff to do. It's kind of like a moment. I don't know.
No, there's got to be something bigger, man.
No, it's dumb.
All right. If you guys think that there's something bigger with the Hound, comment below and let us know what
comment
is bigger. If you think it's bullshit and you agree with him,
I think it's bullshit.
Comment below and let us know.
They keep bringing people back to life after they kill them off. That's the bullshit I'm talking about.
And you know what? This season they brought so many people back to life. Hound, Snow, well, Mountain, I guess. Was it Mountain?
That was the end of last season.
Yeah, I mean, we had 3 come to life, and we had only 1 really die as Hodor.
Why do you keep bringing that up?
Because he died.
Sad. I was so like, fuck yeah. Now I'm sad. Thanks.
Hodor sad. Area. Fuck yeah.
These intense emotions you're fucking with. That's
Now,
pretty much it, right? Or no? That's super.
Well,
cool.
Bran.
Bran.
Oh, at
that's
the tree.
not. Oh my god, that's not it.
Mm-mm.
Bran at the tree.
Bran at the tree, motherfucker.
All right, so it's not like 100%. It's about 99.99999% sure that Ned Stark took his sister's baby, and it's Jon Snow. That's what that whole scene was. They made sure they whispered, so you didn't quit.
Yeah,
we gotta whisper now so the audience can't hear.
We actually watched that scene like 3 times, and she was like, "His name is."
We need to whisper. We need to whisper so the audience can hear.
Quick cut. No, basically they're saying that Ned Stark picked up the son from his sister out of the tower, and that son was Jon Snow.
And Bran saw that happen, so Bran probably wants to get back to the wall and tell Jon Snow.
Well, that, and also from what you were telling me before, is that Jon Snow is actually the son of Snark's sister and the Targaryen. Stark's sister and a Targaryen.
Yeah, he's
the true leader of the 7 Kingdoms.
They didn't super solidify it, but
They solidified it enough.
They need to solidify it in the next season, but yeah, that's basically what they were saying.
Yeah. I was really excited about that scene because I'm like, they're solidifying!
Well, you could tell the baby's hair was so amazing. That had to be Kit Harington's hair, right?
Mormont's 10-year-old leader was freaking awesome when they were at the battle scene and she's just like talking shit with everybody. And then she ends up creating the argument of like well, they're not at the battle scene. They're at the council.
Yeah.
And you had Snow and Sansa. She convinces everybody to follow Snow. But the way that she provided that performance.
You know what? She wasn't as powerful to me in this one.
Well, she wasn't as like aggressive.
She wasn't as aggressive and sure. I don't know.
But I did like I followed suit with her. Like I was on board.
Sure,
with the whole thing
she convinced everyone.
She is awesome.
Hopefully we see more of her next season.
I would love to see her go against some White Walkers.
Well,
I think she would win.
She hasn't talked about her fighting skills. I mean, those Mormonts, you know, they got they're fierce people. They have fighting skills.
All right, so we have Khaleesi taking over control, and she's obviously on her way.
Oh, she's on her way off into the sunset. We kind of hoped she would walk onto the beach of Westeros, but we also said if that doesn't happen, she would be riding
on the way,
riding into the sunset on the way.
So we were right on that.
Boom. That was the last scene too. That was great. We are awesome.
And we pointed that out in our first video before the season even started. That good. You're that good. And then, Cersei has got control of the south, and Snow and Sansa's got control of the north. So we're back to 3 majors. We only have 3 majors right now. So all of next season has to deal with.
Dude, it's all gotta be them getting to King's Landing and fighting the Lannisters.
Yeah, Daenerys has got to get to King's Landing, take over the Seven Kingdoms, while the Starks.
Well, I guess they weren't completely clear. I guess you think they're gonna land in Dorne, but I guess they could still land in King's Landing.
They're gonna land in Dorne. They already set that
well,
up.
Well, no, they didn't. Well, they're Dornish are on their side, but they could just land in King's Landing, and the Dornish could meet them there. Because King's Landing it's very convenient to attack King's Landing because it's right on the narrow sea.
But why would
why would you land 1,000 ships in Dorne and then walk up to King's Landing?
Because you lose less soldiers if you do a march attack than if you try and do a beach. Because if you have the high ground, you're going to win. They're going to be able to take out a bunch of them from the high ground if you're trying to beach at King's Landing.
There's a high ground above King's Landing?
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is.
There's nothing above King's Landing. King's Landing is above everything else.
No, during the episodes where they had Tyrion was the King's Guard. He had to come down to the beach to battle everybody because they were trying to beach at King's Landing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on the other side of King's Landing.
Oh.
Like you're saying there's an upper hand above King's Landing to attack King's Landing? I don't think so.
Yeah. All right. No. I'm sorry. I was thinking on the opposite side.
I think we were agreeing but disagreeing at the same time.
Agreeing and disagreeing.
Yeah, I think in the second season you see that battle. It's not so wise because they all lost a lot of men in that battle. It's probably not the wisest attack mode, and Tyrion knows that.
Right.
So you probably do want to attack by land.
I would assume you would want to beach around Dorne where you've got friends, so that all of your troops can get on land first instead of trying to beach and attack at the same time.
Or maybe both fronts. They'll just attack both sides. They'll have a sea attack and the other side attack. Or they'll just meet in a field like the Battle of the Bastards. Who knows?
I don't think so.
It could happen.
That would be cool, but no.
You want them to storm King's Landing because they talk about Jaime Lannister killing the king and then storming King's Landing.
So what do you think is going to happen? Because obviously this is going to happen at some point. Jaime and Tyrion meet each other on a battlefield.
Probably. And they like each other, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah. And where's
Brienne's probably
gonna be in there? Oh man.
Oh well. I guess Jaime's going down.
Must be. Oh man, Tyrion! Don't kill Tyrion, man. I want him to lead something at some point. Tyrion, he needs to last.
Yeah,
he needs to last the whole time.
Like he can't die at the end. I don't think he can even die at the end of next season.
No, I want him to be one of the leaders of the sub things.
That he's got to be the head of Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Yeah, at King's Landing. Yeah.
Don't kill him. You kill him, I'll be pissed. Well, do you have any other thoughts for this?
Do you want to... Are we just going to do a separate one where we talk about next season, what we think will happen next season?
No, we're going to do it now. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know?
Yeah. So, what do you think is going... Or do you have any other thoughts for this season?
No.
Now, do you have any thoughts of what we're going to get for next season? Spoiler possibility, I guess, if you watch.
I think we mostly have already talked about it. You're going to have White Walkers attacking the wall. You're going to have Khaleesi attacking King's Landing.
Yep.
And Arya's going to be killing a bunch of people on her list.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm looking forward to that.
Sam should come back from the Citadel, too.
Yeah, So I'm thinking at the beginning of next season, we're going to have Sam finishing his, or at least getting close to, maybe there's some drama between Gilly, not being able to stay somewhere safe, and so he leaves his training early to go back to the wall with her because it's safer for her there for some reason. And then Bran is going to get to the wall.
He's going to tell Jon Snow what he saw.
Yeah, he's going to tell Jon Snow what he saw. I think that's going to happen very early in the
Or he
season.
could even come in contact with Khaleesi and tell Khaleesi what he saw.
No, it's too far north. He's
Yeah,
going to
I
hit
think-
Jon first.
Well, somebody's got to tell her, and she's got to know it from the source. So
Well, we got 7 episodes.
I know, but I think by the end of the season, I think Bran is going to tell Khaleesi who Jon Snow is.
Do you think Snow and Khaleesi would join forces or fight each other?
Well, I like both those characters a lot, and they're both good people. They want to do good. They want to make the world a better place. So you really hope they join sides.
You know what would be awesome? Is if they get to the part where they're about to battle for the North and South, and Jon convinces her that the White Walkers are such a threat that we can't deal with this kind of bullshit, and they end up getting married.
You just went like...
I know.
You were like straight on the path. Really good, really
Right,
good, really
right,
good.
right, right.
What?
But hold on. Just follow me here. That
Dude, they're
Khaleesi-
siblings. They're
I know,
siblings. They're not the Lannisters.
no, they're kind of cousins.
No, they're siblings, dude.
Well, that's okay. That happens in this show all together.
No.
But Khaleesi,
You were like straight on.
Snow.
You were like, this is good. That's really good that you made the point that Khaleesi is probably going to have to fight White Walkers. But then you went blab. Like, where'd you go? You just went out to right field.
I'm just saying.
And then Jon Snow and Khaleesi go to a baseball game.
I'm saying like, if they marry,
They're not going to marry.
then
Nope.
all of it gets joined, and
No.
then they fight the White Walkers together.
They're not going to marry. Because they're related. That's gross.
They're related-ish.
I know. So they're not going to marry.
Why not?
Whatever.
They've done it in the show many times before.
I completely disagree with you.
We will find out next year.
Hey, you'll find out how fucking dumb he is.
So we're actually thinking of doing some.
We really like doing this.
Yes.
I really like doing this.
It's really fun,
It is.
but we don't have another show to do because this is the last episode of this episode.
And we were thinking Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
Which is in 3 weeks. I really love that show.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we'll have to talk about.
The thing is, I really liked the first season, but from my point of view, Mr. Robot has a lot of great story, which is why you love it, and good dialogue. But I love the nerd stuff. I love the nerd hacking computer shit. And I don't know if we can understand each other, but it would be great to just bounce things off.
I think it would be a great show for us to do. Maybe.
So if you guys like Mr. Robot, we're interested in doing an episode per episode of Mr. Robot for season 2.
And did you know they just announced that it's going to be 12 episodes and not 10?
Really?
So 12 episodes of Mr. Robot.
Wow. 12 episodes of Mr. Robot. If you want to see us do that, we
And by
would
the
love
time
to do
that's done, maybe we can do Westworld after that. Maybe we're thinking too far ahead. I don't know.
When is Westworld again? October?
October. So what's August, September?
No, we would overlap.
October.
We would overlap. But if you want, like, I'm interested in Westworld. I'm really interested in it because I love the movie with Yul Brynner.
You said his right name. You didn't say Yul Brynner. Yul Ball, I mean.
I didn't say Yul Ball. Yul Brynner, I wanted to see Westworld because I love the original movie, and the trailer looked interesting.
You know what? To me, to be honest, it looks 10 times better than the movie. The movie's really low budget. It's an hour and a half. It looks like they're really expanding the world in this TV show.
Well, and that's the problem I'm wondering is, are they expanding it so much that they're dragging everything out
I think
and it
the
becomes
first...
too overexposed?
I think the first season is gonna be the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you find out how sophisticated. Well, I don't want to say too much.
So it means that the second season wouldn't matter. Like, I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
we want to do both. If you want to see us not react, but review episodes of Mr. Robot Season 2 and Westworld Season 1, comment below and let us know, because we're interested. We're probably going to do it anyway, even if you're not interested. We'll just do it because we need another show to review. Because we just ran out of one. But I also have a Patreon account here. No, here. And all of my social medias here. And over here, above his head, is the mailbox that you guys can send me mail to. It's a physical mailbox. You can send me boxes, letters, whatever, posters. People wanted to send me posters or CDs or movies. Some people wanted to just send fan letters. Send me whatever you want. And if I actually get something, I might actually do unboxings on video so you guys can see what it is that I got in the mail. I haven't gotten anything yet, but if I do get something, we'll see what happens. I also have all of the links to all of this stuff in the description down below. Comment below and let us know what you think about us. I'm a bit drunk. We've been doing this
You're
for
crazy,
4
dude.
hours.
You're crazy, though.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And I will see you on the next video, man. I need to go to bed.